to a sew stream. Generally speaking, this is a place where we have a virtual sewing circle every week, but today is a little bit different, and that is because, as you can see, I will not be sewing, nor will I be talking about sewing things. I thought that in the spirit of things, we would try something that I have always been really, really terrible at, and that is carving a pumpkin. So, Lawrence, have you ever carved a pumpkin before?
Yes, well, not a real one.
So, full disclosure, I have painted pumpkins in my adulthood, and I love everything pumpkin. I like pumpkin soup. I love a pumpkin spice latte. The color orange makes me feel all fallsy and autumnal, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. But as a kid, I really just didn't like carving pumpkins, even though we did it every single year that I can remember living at home. So I thought we would, try this today. Before we do so, let's say hello to everyone. So Lawrence, who we got with us tonight?
Hello, we've got Peg in the house, and Cassiopeia, and Donna, and any others who haven't yet made themselves known.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hi, guys. It's good to see everyone tonight. So I thought, because again, it's been over 20 years since I attempted this, that I would get a kit for $4 from Target. And this is not sponsored, by the way. It just is a kit that I got from Target, so I'm sharing it with you now. And you can see it comes with a few accessories that all have kind of sharp blades. And it also comes with this nifty little book of instructions. So the instructions are all on the first page. And we're going to go through those right now. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to carve a circular opening from the bottom of your pumpkin with the Pumpkin Master saw. Now, the problem that I found already is that there is no Pumpkin Master saw. There's a starter saw, and there's a utility saw, and there's a detail saw.
They've embarrassed themselves there, haven't they?
But there really isn't a Pumpkin Master's saw. So I figure it's this one, like the first one that you see. And we're going to try that one. And then after you do that, you're going to clean out all the seeds and the strings with the scraper scoop. And let's see. They do label the scraper scoop. So thankfully, the scraper scoop.
Is it the big one?
It is. It's the big one in the middle. So there we are. That's your scraper scoop, friends. Yeah, we scoop everything out. And then apparently this is really important because it's in bold lettering. But you're going to scrape the area that you plan to carve until the pumpkin wall is only about an inch thick.
We have a warning. This is from Cassiopeia that says she's used these tools before and they're very flimsy and can break easily.
Okay.
I want to see that live on television tonight.
I don't really, but we're going to do this anyway. So yeah. Actually, I'm really glad that Cassiopeia was the person who said that, because she is the person that I would like to shout out to tonight. She has a Twitter page, and she mentioned on her Twitter page just the other day.
Wow, that was really quick. How did you do that?
Hey.
It's like you did it before the video started.
I guess I'm more talented at this than I thought I was. Do not quote me as saying that. But anyway, yeah, Cassiopeia on Twitter, she got delivered a whole heck of a lot of pumpkins, and they were giving me pumpkin envy. And in fact, they were the inspiration behind this ridiculous sew stream. So thank you very much, Cassiopeia, for using the hashtag craftyvintagelady and telling us about these pumpkins. I hope you find better things to do with them than use this kit, because so far it's an interesting experience. We're going to see how it goes, but I can't imagine I'm going to have like beautiful results. So yeah, if you would like to be mentioned and talked about on one of these sew streams in the future, then you can certainly use the hashtag craftyvintagelady on any socials, Instagram, Twitter. You can try it on Pinterest. I tried to see it. I haven't seen anybody use it yet, but that doesn't mean that you haven't tried. You can also try it right here on YouTube too. And if you have a community section on your own videos, then you can hashtag those too, and I will be able to see them. So yeah, use hashtag Crafty Vintage Lady. Let me know what projects you are working on, and hopefully they will be nicer than mine tonight. So let's get back to this. Yeah, so obviously the magic of live YouTubing is I did, in fact, Lawrence caught me, I did hollow it out already with this thing, which astoundingly is already dirty and you're right, very flimsy and kind of on its side already, just literally from carving a moment's worth of pumpkin there. And all of my pumpkin guts I have saved, and they're in here. And I will probably make some dried pumpkin seeds with these. I might roast them and bake them and all the nice things, because pumpkin seeds are really good for you and they taste nice too. So that's probably what I'm going to do with that. But yeah, it's all hollowed out. I tried to get the inch thickness thing happening, but the problem is you can't really measure something like that when it's inside the pumpkin. So will it be an inch thick, or will it be twice as thick as that? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. So as I start to look through this book, the next thing that we want to do is we want to wet the pattern that I choose. And by the way, I neglected to mention this before, but this book, like I said, all the instructions are in the front. The rest of it is literally just a book of patterns. So, Lawrence, if you want to show those.
Sure.
Up close.
Up close. There's my scary mug. Look at that.
And yeah, they're just different patterns. And I don't know which one to do, so pay attention closely, because I might ask you which ones you like the best.
I think, given the hat you're wearing, you should do this one.
Oh, witch and a cat, yeah?
I've probably given you a very difficult one, haven't I?
I'm not sure. It says it's mastery level pumpkin 2, and there are 4 pumpkins. So I guess it's like the medium level one. We have a few more in here too, though. Although I do like the cat one. What do you guys think? Do you think we should do the cat, or should we do something different?
Which?
And yeah. So while you're answering that, let me tell you a little bit about why I don't love pumpkins, or carving them specifically. When I was a kid, I was pretty good at crafty things. I've always been into the arts. I liked drawing. I, of course, love to sew. And for a while, I was a designer, and I designed, costumes for shows occasionally, and I did some construction work. But before any of that happened, there were pumpkins, and there was my father, who was very intense about pumpkins.
I can imagine that.
He was intense about lots of things that he was, okay at, or good at, or great at. And pumpkin, for whatever reason, and Halloween in general, in fact, he was very, very into it. Like, he decorated the entire facade of the house before that was a cool thing to do. He was a woodworker, early in his life, so he would make these really interesting pieces like tombstones and skeletons and things, and then put them out in the front of the yard. And then he would host Halloween parties for my friends and my siblings and I. And we would sometimes carve pumpkins, and he would encourage my sister and brother and I to all pick and design some pumpkinage. And my sister was all over it. I think my brother was all over it too. He's a little bit younger than us, so I can't really remember the details of that. But I know that they would draw these designs, and then they would try their best to do the best that they could. And I didn't want to have anything to do with it, because I knew of the 3 of us, mine would just not look as nice. I don't know what it was about carving things, but I've just never been able to get the hang of it very well. And so I would always just be the person who's I'm just gonna come up with my design right now and do that. And it would always turn out to be that my pumpkin looked the youngest of the 3 of us did it, and not the oldest, of which I am. So I don't have a great history with the pumpkin carving. But maybe that'll change tonight. I don't know.
Well, you're not doing the witch. I've been vetoed on that. You're doing the cat. We had 4 votes. No, excuse me, 5 votes if we include Aurora, and just 2 for the witch.
Okay, well, we have a bat on its own. And then we have like an easier cat and witch. But I think if we're going to do a cat, then we have to do the witch with it because it doesn't look like there's just a cat on its own.
In fact, Peg did suggest witch and cat.
All right, well, you know what? Witch and cat it is.
Compromise.
And here's what I have to do. I don't want to pull this out of the book, but it wants me to because what I have to do, like I said before, is wet the pattern, which makes no sense to me, and then apply it to the pumpkin while it's still wet and get it as smooth as possible. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And while I do that, why don't you guys tell me, well, what you're working on? So what are your crafts that you're doing, Halloween themed or not? But I know that, the big day is coming up quite soon. So if you have a specific Halloween thing that's happening, then please let me know in the chat box. And I would love to know what you're working on this week and this month. And if you're going to dress up for Halloween, what you're going to do for that. And do you have any fun activities that you're going to do? Let me know.
And while that's happening, I want to call out some other people, or not call them out, but call to attention the names of some others that have joined us since earlier. We do have Dorothy on the line, and we have Renee, we have Mandy, and we have Beth.
Hello to all of you.
Oh, and Jen as well. Wow,
all right.
We have quite a house today.
We do indeed. Welcome, everyone. Whether you've been here since the beginning, you always watch the playbacks, or this is like a new thing for you, then I am happy to have you here watching me carve this ridiculous pumpkin. We'll see how it goes.
And also Tart and Tabby. Hello.
As always, hello, Tart and Tabby. I am doing my best. I also, this is Cassiopeia's shout out day, but I do want to give a special mention to Tart and Tabby too. I know it's like the 3rd time, but she has the most perseverance I've seen of one of the SoStream followers so far, in that she made a So Long Sunday slip, and she had gotten, I guess, her measurements wrong. She can correct me in the comment box if I'm wrong about this, but she had gotten the measurements wrong, and yet she went ahead with it anyway. And while it didn't fit correctly, she's going to try it again, and I think that that's amazing. Because that's exactly how you learn to sew, by the way. You don't get things right the first time very often. And I'm assuming we're going to see that pumpkin carving is very similar in that way. But I was very impressed that not only did she stick with it and she went through the entire So Long Sunday with us, but at the end of it, it seemed like she felt like she had learned a lot, and she was going to do another attempt at that garment, which hopefully will go better for her next time. So yeah, special shout out to her. And of course, Cassiopea for the pumpkins and all that fun stuff, and her kids. And thank you to both of you.
Yes, and hello to Linda, who's joined as well.
Why, hello. So yeah, if you guys, again, if you're new to this or if you just joined me, I don't usually make, carving videos, but today I'm trying it, and we're going to carve this pumpkin. So I've done those 2 steps. I've wetted the paper, which actually, I can sort of see the logic behind it now. If you want to show everybody, this is kind of heavy, so be careful.
It's not working. Yes.
But yeah, I can see the logic behind this. It keeps it straight without having to put the whole pattern on the pumpkin before you start, which of course my intense father used to do. He would draw out, everything that he wanted to do, and then he'd color in the bits that he just wanted to scoop out instead of carve, and he would create these intricate designs, and I had no idea how it worked on a basic level, even into my teen years. But now the next thing that we're going to do is, and I forgot to tell you this, but I read it in my head, while it's still wet, stretch a layer of plastic wrap over the pattern, overlap all the edges, and then smooth it down, which I, of course, did. Hold the pumpkin in your lap.
Oh dear. How are you going to do that?
I think this is as close as we're going to get today.
I think it is. Yeah.
So we're not holding pumpkins in our lap. And you know what? If I'm going to carve a pumpkin, I'm feeling like that's the last place I want it to be.
I agree.
So I'm not going to recommend that, friends. Don't carve a pumpkin while it's in your lap. Do the best that you can to avoid that. And then you're going to saw at a 90-degree angle to the pumpkin with gentle pressure. The saw is breakable if used incorrectly. Cassiopeia, well, thank you very much for tipping us off. And then it says, as like a little asterisk at the bottom, if the pattern becomes fragile or ragged as you carve, patch it over with more plastic wrap and continue carving. Make the outermost cuts last. So now, it does not tell you to do this, but I did notice as I was ripping it off that there are additional instructions as to, I think, how to carve this thing at the bottom of the piece that I chose, which is the witch and the cat. So the first thing that you do is you carve her hand. So I guess that's where I'm going to start. And it's kind of small, so I think I'm going to use the small saw. It doesn't tell me to do a specific thing, so.
I think it's a great guess. And if not, again, live television comedy will ensue. I do want to say we have Melissa on the, I was about to say webinar. I'm so used to doing webinars at work. We have Melissa on the live stream. We also have Jeff and A. McGee. Hello to all of you.
Yes, hello everyone. I hope you're not disappointed to find me carving a pumpkin. I feel like it is definitely that time of year, so why not? So far so good. I've gotten a finger, so we'll see whether or not it looks nice.
You cut your finger off?
No.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I cut the witch's finger.
We do have some insight into people's crafts and upcoming Halloween escapades here. It looks like
excellent.
Well, actually, I should say we can combine Halloween and Christmas in some cases. Dorothy is making handmade Christmas cards as gifts for family to send out.
Oh, that's lovely. I really love that idea.
Jen is planning on making some creepy stick figures and symbols a la Blair Witch to hang up at our Halloween party.
We always talk about how much we love that movie, and we haven't watched it in years.
Oh, it's genuinely brilliant and made on such a small budget.
It's just an incredible piece of artistry.
It is, and marketing. The amount of money that film made back was incredible. Anyway, Renee on Friday has a local cupcake competition coming up and making butter beer flavored cupcakes.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
It does.
I would ask you to send one in the mail to me, but I don't know if it would last very well. Maybe we'll have to make our own. Would you like to see that on Instagram? Let me know in the chat box, because that sounds like a really good procrastination project for me. Speaking of procrastination projects that turned into posts, my oatmeal raisin recipe that you guys wanted is on my blog now, oldfashionedaf.com. So you can head on over there whenever you would like and take a look at, I don't want to call it a family recipe because I developed it myself, but it is one that I've been using for a number of years. And I feel like it's pretty foolproof. So it's a very easy recipe, especially if you're somebody who's kind of new to baking or want a lot of different variety in your baking.
Speaking of procrastinating, you have 11 minutes to get this done.
Oh, gosh. No, I cannot. But I'm going to try. So I got her hand.
Yes.
And not very well, I will say already. And then you're supposed to do, I guess, the right side of her face, which is actually the left side of her face, but it looks like the right side of her face on there. So I guess I'm going to get into that.
They are absolutely rubbish at instructions. Peg says, I saw a very cute craft of wrapping your front door with orange streamer and then cutting out the eyes and mouth from black construction paper to make the door into a pumpkin.
I love that. So I know it's not popular anymore. And in fact, let's be real, it's not really that great for you either. But McDonald's, when I was a kid, talking about pumpkin and Halloween memories, used to do these little buckets that had the kids' meals in them. And they had that face on it. And that's what it reminds me of, what you just talked about there for the door. yeah, this is not going well, guys. I don't think this is going to look how it's supposed to. I'm not going to lie to you. But hey, you know, it's...
If it looks, you know, kind of disfigured and everything, maybe it'll look like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Maybe.
So Cassiopeia says that she's going to make snow globe ornaments with pictures of kids.
I love that idea. Yeah, I feel like I made some of those when I was a kid. Maybe in Girl Scouts. I don't know. A long time ago, for sure. What else we got?
I am just making sure I haven't missed any. I think I'm likely to have done. Let's see. Well, your witch's hat is getting quite a bit of love on here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I did not make it, but I did shape it myself. So this is literally just a really cheap hat that I got, I think either from Walgreens or the dollar store a few years ago. And then what I did is I took a flat iron, and I, like what you use for your hair as opposed to an actual iron with an ironing board. And I just flattened everything that I felt like needed to be flattened. And I, you know, like my little tip, which you probably can't see on camera, but there's a little tip that I definitely moved over. And then I put some wire around the edge and shaped the wire as well and added the little, you know, dewy on top. And there you are. I thought it looked a lot better than when I bought it, for sure. So
sounds like Jeff's been busy. Successfully replaced a toilet supply valve.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You need to come to our apartment.
Hey, what are you saying? I'm great at fixing toilets.
Well, we do our best.
I'm pretty good at breaking them, actually. But
That's
we won't get
certainly true. Yeah. But I mean, so am I. This apartment is one that we've outgrown. So along those lines, we are trying to get a bigger space because, as you can see, this is our living room and we moved the couch out of the way so that I could do this project tonight. And it would be really nice if I had a place to experiment and do silly videos like this. And along those lines, I know I have a few really great patrons here today. Oh, this is going to be bad, guys. And it would be amazing if you join our group. We've already done, of course, a Sew Along Sunday, and you can watch that from now until the end of eternity if you'd like to on the Patreon page. And you can also join other challenges that we're going to be coming up with here in the next few months. And I am revealing to you right now my next special offer. So if you become a patron starting tomorrow until November, let's say November 15th for now, but it might be longer than that. We'll see. Then you can get a very special recipe card in the mail from me, and it will be designed by me. It'll have the whole recipe on there, and it'll come to you right in time to plan your Thanksgiving meal. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that your recipe card will only have one of my recipes on it. So that's going to be really exciting. I have a big idea for how I want to design these guys, and you will find out more about that in Sew Streams to come. But what that will do is it'll help me go a long way toward getting us a larger space so that I can do silly things like pumpkin carving. And the other thing I wanted to mention about Patreon is I was wondering if you guys wanted me to actually start making videos, because I know we've been doing Sew Streams and we've been doing Sew Along Sundays, but I don't just sew. And I have some ideas for videos that we've been running around with, Lawrence and I, for a few weeks. And I just want to know your feedback. Do you just want this to be, our virtual sew circle and craft circle? Or would you rather I actually make this into a full-fledged channel with videos that you can expect every week or two? Let me know in the chat box.
Those would be videos that you would edit and splice and put all kind of graphics in, as opposed to these supposed to going live. Yes,
exactly. So we're talking like real YouTube videos, like most people make. Let's be real here.
Yeah, we've already had 3 people say definitely.
Oh, great. So. Okay, thank you for your feedback, friends. The other thing I want your feedback on is should I cut my hair next time that I go to the hairdresser, or should I grow it out? Because I am considering growing out my hair.
And we now have 7 comments saying, yes, you should do videos like I've been telling you to. So
yeah, Lawrence was the first person who was like, oh, you want to make a video? Let's make a video. And I'm just like, I don't know how that works. So maybe I'll learn just for you.
You're up to 8 now.
Oh,
So,
goodness, this is so difficult.
So you've got 5 minutes. There is no pressure. There is no pressure.
No pressure whatsoever. We should put a timer up on the screen. Someday we will figure out how to put things up on the screen while I do this. I swear, every single episode of SoStream, I say that, and then it still hasn't happened yet. But that's okay. We will get there. I promise. So now I have carved out the side of her face, but I haven't carved out her eye, and that's part of it too. So I'm gonna try to get her eye. Maybe I can use the pokey thing. There's like a pokey tool.
It must have a name.
It does have a name. What is it called? The drill. It's called the drill. So I'm gonna use the drill to poke out an eye because there's no way I'm gonna cut it out very well. So what else have we got for comments, Lawrence?
So
besides lots of encouragement for videos. Thank you, friends. I really appreciate that. Oh, goodness.
There was actually early on, I intended to get back to this, a suggestion from Tartan Tabby, who says that the best idea would be to use a large saw for the huge chunks and a small one for finer details.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, it's a shame that this package didn't come with a big one.
Her eye is below her nose.
Oh, she did a magic spell on herself.
I guess. Maybe I can just make her a really big eye. Let's see. What else have we got?
So yeah, we got more people saying yes, you should do your videos, but also that in some cases people have said grow out your hair, because the worst, this is Cassie's hair, the worst that can happen is that you hate it and you cut it off again. Whereas Melissa though says I like short hair, so I'd say short.
See, I go back and forth. Sometimes I really, really love it long because I have really thick hair, so it like poofs out pretty beautifully as it grows. But it's such a pain to keep up. So I'm always in 2 minds about it. But I'm thinking more and more based on everybody's comments that I might do that. So we'll see. Next thing is honestly just to carve out the rest of it, which it's a lot of little stuff. So we'll see if I can get it done in a few minutes. But in the meantime, there's another thing that I'd like to reveal to everyone. And that is, oh, crap. I think this is going to break, you guys. That is our own Halloween costumes.
Yes.
Lawrence and I have decided that we are going to dress up as...
Why are you looking at me to reveal?
Because I want you to sing.
Oh, I haven't practiced.
Go ahead, sing it.
Oh, what am I singing?
Mamma
Mia, here I go again.
We're going to go as 2 parts of the 4-part sensation ABBA, and we're going to call ourselves AB.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for as I try to make our costumes. This is a mess.
Yeah.
In the next couple of weeks. And I think I can do that. We'll see. I've never tried to do anything with sequins before, but I think I'm going to for this. So
I'll make my own Benny costume, I think.
Oh no, I'm gonna help you with it for sure. It's not just gonna be you. I'm gonna
have
be
you
part of this.
seen what ABBA wears?
Yes, I have.
This is gonna be easy. We just find some pillowcases and just rip them up and just throw them together and hope for the best.
Do you hear him?
Come on.
I think he's forgotten who he's married to. I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting there on this. And along those lines with the costume, this is just falling apart. I know it says to patch it with plastic, but I'm not sure if I could actually do that and get anything out of that at this point. So I'm just going to keep edging on.
Well, it's better than eating one.
Eating a pumpkin?
Well, the pumpkin, the insides. I don't like pumpkin. I made this case on Twitter a few weeks ago and largely got destroyed in the comments, but
rightfully so. Good job, guys.
I thought you'd say that.
Yeah.
Yes,
not.
indeed. It will be like the curtain Obi-Wan Kenobi robe all over again.
It really won't. I'm going to make sure of that.
With
Don't
the same
worry.
beard. With the same beard.
With the same beard.
and songwriting prowess.
Maybe even with the same little side ponytail thing.
Maybe not.
Then you just will be Obi-Wan Kenobi, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there was something else I wanted to say about this is so difficult. I don't even know.
Well, I will tell you, we've reached the half-hour mark.
Oh, no. All right, tell me in the chat box, because I'm almost there. Well, I'm not. Let's be real. But do you want me to keep going with this, or do you just want me to finish it and show you when I'm finished on Instagram?
Yes, that'll be a third big reveal. Why not?
No, I'll let them decide, because if they want us to banter some more, I'm happy to do that.
Peg
since
says
I'm here
keep
anyway.
going.
Yeah?
Melissa says keep going. Sue says continue.
Okay.
Cassiopeia says keep going. You get the general picture. So,
all right. Well, I'll keep going until either these lights get way too hot or I get finished, whichever happens first. Yeah, her hair, it's going to be questionable, folks. It really is. Yeah, oh well. Oh, I remember what it was. I'm so glad you said to keep going, because Patreon. Lawrence and I have a very special Patreon thing that we are going to be doing on November 2nd, which I'm sure that we will be live tweeting and or sharing things, stories, etc. from. And that is also the same day as our costume party. So I wanted your feedback. Do you think we should show up to our Patreon event in costume as Ab? Or do you think that we should change afterward?
No way.
And go to our party? You tell me in the comments.
I already know what they're going to say, and I already know that we're going to the Patreon event as Ab as well. We'll do both. We'll do both things.
I've given up on the paper. I'm just going to go my own way now. I
you
think
can
that's...
go your own way.
Go your own way.
Yay.
Come on.
All right. You've done it.
Gross.
That's more or less it.
Do you think I'm going to get a copyright hit for doing that just now?
No. People do covers all the time.
Oh, that's true. That is a thing here, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Cassiopeia. I did see that, and then I forgot to go back to it. Renee asked if we have a P.O. box.
We get asked that a lot. Yeah, and I want to get one, but here's the problem, friends. I don't have a car. And to get to the really nice P.O. box places, like not with our local, I think it's time to switch to the big one. To not get with our local postal service, which is not the greatest, I'm not going to lie to you, then I would have to have a car to get there. So it's almost useless for me to have a P.O. box or for Lawrence to have a P.O. box right now. But we do get asked it a lot. So when we have a new space, again, with your help, Patreon, etc., then hopefully we'll be closer to a better place with which to get a P.O. box. And yeah, we used to have one a long time ago in Indianapolis.
Yeah, and especially we'd have to do some sort of like survey to find out how many people would use it, because there is a cost, of course, that comes with it. And if we're not justifying the cost, it's kind of hard to do. But
I think I've given up on the cat portion of this because
You're giving up on the cat?
I know, it's sad. I'm sad about that, but I don't think there's any way to do it because the hand is in such a weird place now.
Did you kill the cat?
I did, basically. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
I think I did. So we're going to have to get rid of that ear. Sorry, cat. Sorry, Kafka. He's in the other room.
He's asleep. He doesn't care.
But yeah, I will let you guys know if we ever do decide to get a P.O. box, which again, it's always on our radar. It's just that living in this specific area is not good for it. Then I will certainly let you know. Don't worry.
I just thought of even bigger news than anything else we've said on this live stream.
What's that?
Kafka has an Instagram account.
Oh, yeah, he does now. I know you guys have been asking about it for weeks.
Yeah.
months, in fact, on Lawrence's stuff.
He has one follower, and it's adorable, the whole thing.
So yeah, what is it? Because I didn't set it up. Lawrence actually beat me to it.
I set it up on the train home from work, and I forgot the name, and my phone is somewhere else. But I think it's just his name on Instagram is Kafka the Kitty. So you just have to look for that.
So Kafka the Kitty now officially has his own Instagram by popular demand.
There's one picture, but the hope is that I'm going to try to put one out every day. And maybe a few videos every now and then as well.
You guys already see me post videos of him all the time, so I'm sure that those are coming very soon. On my own Instagram, at least.
Catstagram, yes.
Yeah, Catstagram. Cats of Instagram.
Yeah.
Hashtag it, friends. Oh, goodness. I don't know why anyone likes doing this. See, even as an adult, I'm like, I'd rather paint it. It'll look nicer. I don't know. Yeah. Is there anything else that I've missed on this besides the cat, which I definitely cannot do now? I don't think there is.
Yeah. Well, how's it looking? I mean, I can only see the flat end.
It's looking interesting. I think what I'm going to do is, since she's got her hand there, I will kind of make...
Uh-oh, Kafka's not showing up. Going to beg.
A little bit of
maybe private.
a stick thingy so that it kind of looks like she's grabbing a stick instead of nothing. Don't do that, by the way. Don't cut toward yourself. You might injure yourself. I didn't, but you shouldn't do that if you're a child and you're watching this. Yeah, not my best work. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's have a look.
Well, hold on. It's a little rough around the edges. Let me fix some of this. Dad would tell me that I tried, and that would be about it. And then he'd probably fix it for me. Let's be real, because of course everybody gets a participation prize. And yeah.
Oh, I don't think they can see it. It's Kafka kitten.
Let's see. Something I did forget, I'm putting it in here now, was, I guess, a little bit more of her hair. But again, I've basically abandoned the paper, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it, doing the best I can.
That's amazing. Sue's cat, Bella Berman, has 3,500 followers on Facebook.
Wow. So did you get that Friskies deal in yet, Sue? I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for Kafka.
Kafka now has 3 followers. This is amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Aw. And he has a friend online, sounds like.
I don't follow him yet. I haven't followed him yet. I feel like a terrible cohabitor.
This is awful. All right. Well, I don't know if I can get it any better than this.
I think you could fine tune it after the fact, right? Then you could post.
Do you want to maybe well, there's no fine tuning here. It's really, it's a mess. But do you want to go ahead and light the candle?
Oh, yes. You mean I have a task?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then we can see at least if she lights up. How about that?
Right.
We'll turn all the lights off.
Real light
I don't know, a low budget theater show where you turn all the lights off because you don't know how to light it properly. How about that?
In case you've never seen a candle before, there's one. So we'll put this down here.
Oh, you got to light both sides.
Oh, what do you mean?
That has to be really bright.
I didn't see the second one. You gave me one job.
And that was that. All right. I am still fine tuning. I got to stop that. I know. But.
Oh, and it's kicked me off the chat. So
there we go.
I have to go to.
Well, goodness. I hope you guys are still there with me. We'll see.
We've got 21 people.
And. Okay. Gross. There's lots of grossness. So that's fun. I need lights off if you want to run around and do that really quickly. Lights. Like all the lights.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got to see whether or not it works.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Ow, that's hot. Don't do that either.
So
never pick up a candle at the top of it because there's heat involved.
That's the thing about fire.
Here, turn that light off too, I think.
Oh.
So we can really see it in all of its glory.
It's very tricky.
I know, I'm sorry. Like I said, our space is too small. In case you didn't hear that for the 15th time already tonight. And I'll turn this one off over here too.
What have we got?
And then we have this. Can you actually see it?
Let's have a look.
I guess we'll find out.
No. It's just, yeah, I mean, it's pretty, it is a witch.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Really?
That's not bad. That one looks like a witch.
Oh, all right. What do you guys think? Does it look like a witch? All right, let's turn the lights on really quickly. These two at least.
Well,
so
yes.
people can see me again.
I can't really get to that one very
Here,
well.
I got it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, tell me in the chat box. Do you think it looks like a witch? And also, I'm open to critique, even though I'll probably never do this again. Please tell me what I can do to improve.
I don't think it's that bad.
What do you think?
I mean, you killed the cat.
I'll most certainly put it outside for you fine folks. Oh, it smells so nice. I just love pumpkin spice smell, guys. I got this candle especially for this project, and I'm so glad I did. But yeah, just let me know what you think. Was it worth it? I'm not sure, but I guess it probably looks okay.
I thought it looked great.
Cool. We have any more comments come in?
I don't know, because the live chat froze.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, that's no fun. Well, I tell you what, I will certainly read all of your comments. Don't worry. But I know that I'm already like super over time tonight, and I'm sorry about that. So be watching for new videos, for my special offer for Patreon, for our Halloween costumes, and other fun stuff on Old Fashioned AF. And of course, if you make anything, if you do anything fun, let me know by using the hashtag CraftyVintageLady. I would love to see all of your work, and I try to mention at least one of you in every single sew stream. So hopefully I will see you very soon, and I will certainly respond to anything that I can after the fact. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you next week at 8 p.m. Central Time. Good night, folks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.